Now, welcome. This is the next part of I improve my reading, writing, constructing sentences skill using local AI or DALL. Local AI is not, it's just a bonus, it's just a feature. It's not the main point here. So I already recorded the video. I wanted just to reply using this format to reply to a Russian guy. He left me a very interesting comment, and I started to ramble. No, I wouldn't even say ramble. I started to... His comment was so interesting to me that I had to talk about language learning, all the things I deeply care about stuff. And so this is his original comment. And basically while I was reading that, it triggered the topics I liked. And so it became so long that it's more like a podcast, and I'm gonna say that the first part of the video, which is not a part of this format, will just be a regular reaction video to a comment slash podcast, because I talk about language learning, what I think about AI, vibe coding. In today's video though, I just wanna, now in this video, I just wanna reply. Also, it's a little bit tricky for me because I don't know his English level. I do not know if he will be if he can understand everything I said during the whole video, maybe with translation tools. I do not know if YouTube does translate my stuff into Russian. If my English is good enough that it's, I think so. I'm not asking here for that, but I really, sometimes I question how I explain things, I'm not, in my head it makes sense, but it doesn't mean it always makes sense. Good, that's just enough. I just want to reply now. Very important. Where is it? You don't have to watch. Okay, this is, I do it because it's fun, it's good for me, and it's intriguing and interesting, but I do not expect anyone to watch. It has to be watch only stuff you are interested in. I know this is a small channel, you don't have to do me any favors, So this is also maybe interesting in this, I linked this video here. Then you will understand why this is here. Okay, let's get to that. I want to reply, so let's reply. The good thing is I already know what I'm going to say. No. So here we go. So this is again the original. If you speak Russian, you can check this out. Let's get now to it. Okay. I was also thinking of, first of all, I want to say, hey, what's his name again? Don Sovak. I'm going to copy that. I need to be a little bit faster also today. Because I wasted already some time. Oh.
Hello, how are you doing?
So let's see. This one here, LM Studio. Hey. Oh, did I turn this off by the way? Just have to make sure. Hello? I'm using this for, just in case you wonder. This is why I'm using it for. But also to play around with those settings here. Hello? Okay. Hello? Yeah. So, okay. Let's get started. Hey Don Sovos. First of all, I want to tell him that I created 2 videos now. Because it's this yeah, let's do that. Hey everyone, thanks for the comment. Thanks for the comment. It was so interesting to me that I wanted to no, thanks for the comment. Let's just start. Thanks for a comment. I wanted to use my new format to reply to you. A format where I use local. He knows that, I think, but local. I will use AI. No, local AI to work on my English. I just say English, although I work on my weaknesses, but that doesn't have to be too detailed. So writing and reading difficulties I have, and also constructing sentences. Overall, the whole communication, I wanna get better at this. The better I can communicate, the better I can tell you, tell people what they should do. You know what I mean? Okay, so thanks for the comment. I wanted to use my new format where I use Local AI to improve my English to reply to you. First of all, you do. This is gonna be the common reply. You do not need to watch those videos. Watch. Come on. No. I think it's like that. Watch. This is my rule. If I check a word, I have to type it 3 times in a row. Even I did a good job here, but you know, this is I fix words, but once in a while I still make mistakes. I fix them faster. Ideas, I fix them faster until the point that I fix it. It's completely fixed, you know. It's like getting stronger like a fighter, you know. You fight maybe, and you're getting better and better, and you beat someone faster, and at some point you just beat no matter what, you know. Okay, if you want to use a game thing. You don't need to watch those videos, you know, at all. Only watch. Yeah, see, this is I don't understand what's happening here. Watch. Okay, only watch what you interested in. Interested in is also wrong. What is that? Is the D? Yeah, it's a D. What you're interested. One time. Interested. Second time. Interested. Only watch what you're interested in. So. Okay, let's see what we got so far. Hey Don Sovos, thanks for the comment. I wanted to use my new format where I use Local AI to work on my English to reply to you. First of all, you don't need to watch those videos. Only watch what you're interested in. Now, while I can do that, while I was recording. I was recording the video in which I wanted to reply to you. By the way, reply. In the last session I fixed that. What I guess. Not a difficult thing, but I wanted to say replay always. You can see that actually. Now, while I was recording the video in which I wanted to reply to your comment, I found myself. I got so distracted. Yeah, this is a good word for practice. Distracted. this track that. Let me just see if that would have been the fix. I see. Okay. This track that I see. Okay, first time. This track that. And okay. Good pause. That's important. I'm gonna link the reaction video to that because I found it very interesting, and I talk a little bit about language learning. A little bit is good. I talk only about almost language learning, which is a topic I'm still wanna polish. I wanna still work on how to explain things, you know. But it's good. I like it. I like it a lot. This track that. What the fuck, man? This track. Okay, whatever. This track that. One time, 3 times in a row I have to do this. This is my rule. It's the only rule which matters. This track that. Second time. This track that. So I wanted to reply to your comment. Wait a second. Now, while I was recording the video, maybe in which I wanted to reply to your comment, maybe I got so distracted that I got so distracted. I got so distracted by those topics. Come on. Topics. One time. Topics. I get so distracted by those topics that you know, about those topics. Your topics Language. It really helps. AI and view and the beauty of language, and no, I think that covers it. So your topics: language, AI. So that I started to. I don't want to use in this case ramble. This is not ramble. I ramble a lot. I almost ramble in every video. I do this right now, but this is a topic I'm gonna give more respect to it for my own, but also for the topic itself. It's just a good topic, so I'm not gonna use ramble. In this case, I really had to say something. Topic, so that it's not perfect. I still have to polish that, but you know, I tried honestly, and with all my blah blah blah. So I got so distracted by those your topics, language, AI topics, so that I started to talk about that so much that I call that particular video now an reaction video to comment slash podcast about something like that, about maybe this is gonna maybe change when I really have a good title, about podcast about language learning and language learning and AI. People love AI. I'm not gonna go into the, if I start it's gonna be ramble. So I would say, yeah, this is gonna be replaced later with the title I'm gonna choose for the video, you know. Good. What do we got so far? Hey Don, thanks for the comment. I wanted to use. Thanks for the comment. Point. I wanted to use my new format where I use to reply to you. First of all, you don't need to watch those videos. Only watch what you are interested in. Now, while I was recording the video in which I wanted to reply to you, I got so distracted by those your topics, language and AI topics, that I that I started to talk about topics. It's not the X thing, by the way. Hey, no, not now. Otherwise, let's focus here. I got already off track. That I started to talk about topics. That I started to talk about. These. What? I cannot. These is wrong. These, I see. Ah, interesting, huh? Look at that shit. That's, yeah. These. I see. These one time. These second time. These third time. Well, these. I see. These first time. These second time. These third time. So about these, that I started to talk about these topics so much that I call that particular video now. So much that I call that particular video now an reaction video to a comment / podcast language of AI. And so yeah. So now so I just so now I could talk about AI. So basically now there are two videos about your comment. Don't worry. It just happened. It just happened like that. But okay. So it really just happened like that, and I just want to use it. Happen. I see. I almost forgot. This is the way happened. Happen at. I see. Happen at. Yeah. This is the way how I handle that when I do not record. See, when I this format I want to mention, it's very helpful for me also because when I record and I establish a rule and I share that with the public, I try to do a good job. It doesn't really matter if someone watches or not. In this case, it matters. I would love if someone would watch that with the natural interest, but it doesn't matter for my rule. So if there's a chance someone can see that, and I have to stick to the rule, right? And that's why this video those videos will help me in general. The same thing counts for the English learning in general. About all those Let's Plays, people may know that or don't, but to me it was always a challenge. Can I express during the gameplay session exactly what I want. This is a practice for me. Sure, I want to be entertaining too. I want people to have fun with that shit. I want to be also share a good gameplay session with me and my thoughts. That's very important. That's why people aren't really into that so much, but I don't give a shit. But mainly, I always got the one benefit, even if no one watches the shit. I get one thing out of that whole thing. I get a practice. I can try to say during gameplay what I want to say. You know, it doesn't work out always. It's very scary sometimes. You try to say the right thing, and I get so distracted that I consider everybody, and also people can. I consider how people would react to that while I'm talking, which can be threatening for an anxious person, which holds you back of saying the thing you actually want to say, which is also not a bad thing. It's not saying you should always say whatever pops in your head. So you may think that I do that, but to a certain degree, but I still filter it. But it's also good to be more loose, you know. Saying the things you want to say is also very important, you know. That's why I say more fuckwords, because I like them. Not saying it's a good thing, but it's I like them. I like to use screw words. They make me sound like Russian. Let's move on. It's just it just happened. It just happened like that. It just happened one time. Happened second time. Happened. It just happened like that. So now I do not know. I think it's great. I think it's great. It's great that you learn, that you want to learn, that you want to learn a language, which is which you consider. Let me try again. Consider. Okay, consider. I don't think so. No. One more time. I try. Consider. No, I don't know how to write that. Consider, which you consider. Consider. Let me use that as a template. Consider, which you consider. Which you consider like so, right? Which you. Okay, let me see what. Now I think it's great that you want to learn a language which you are. Or shall we do that here? Which you are consider beautiful. No, obviously. Let me try it again. Beautiful. You know, I always have to think about the Snurf. Every time I see the word beautiful. This the beauty, right? The guy with the with the mirror. Look at me. There's the same thing for hefty? No, it's just a beautiful guy. Snurf, the beautiful Snurf, which is called in the German language Schlumpf, which I find better. Schlumpf is more schlumpfig. Yeah, I don't know how to write beautiful. Beautiful. No. Bellyful, yeah. I have no idea. But he wrote that somewhere. Let's check. The word is somewhere hidden in the first here. Yeah, here we go. That's the thing. Let me just copy that. We go down again. Just pasting that in. I just want to see beautiful. It's gone already. Okay. Beautiful. One time. Beautiful. Wait. No, I thought so. Let me see the word again. Beautiful. Beautiful. No, I don't think so. What do I do wrong in the U? The U, right? Yeah. Beautiful. First time. Beautiful. Second time. Beautiful. Third time. This is one of the circumstances where this is gonna be, I keep saying that also, you know, it's not, I didn't beat the word, so it's gonna next time when I have to write it, I'm also gonna make a mistake. I will beat it faster and faster. But this is also one of the difficulties. I don't know what to do with the A. I don't hear it, I don't feel it, I don't hear the pronunciation. I hear beautiful. I don't hear the A whatsoever. I barely hear the B. I mean the B I hear. B I can hear the E letter, but the A I cannot hear. It makes it that makes it a little bit hard. Also, sometimes I think it's like that, the double L. It's not the case here. Okay, whatever. Now, I think it's great that you want to learn a language which you consider beautiful. In this case, in your case, German. Yes, it's true. Yes, it's girl. You know it's true. Yes, it's true. People consider what did I do? Consider, huh? I see. Consider one time. Consider second time. Consider third time. Yes, true. People consider and let's try something. Perceive. Perceive maybe. I don't think so. I just want to get close enough to that understands what I was thinking. Sometimes I think I got it, but perceiving maybe it. Perceiving, maybe it's an O. Perceiving. No. Perceiving. Preserving. Presenting. Presetting. Previewing. Let's use ChatGPT on top of that shit here. Sometimes I wanna scream. I mean, I could just do it. What the fuck? Yeah. Hello, how are you doing? Please help me with how do I write the word perceiving in terms of people perceive a language harder, blah, blah, blah. Just the perceive.
Got it. The word you're looking for is spelled P-E-R-C-E-I-V-E, perceive. So for example, you might say people perceive a language as harder depending on their background. Let me know if you need more examples.
Just the word itself.
Perfect. So just the word on its own, it's spelled P-E-R-C-E-I-V-E. That's all you need.
Just write the word normally.
Of course. The word is just perceive. So when you're writing it in a sentence, just use it as is. P-E-R-C-E-I.
I mean, I don't know who built those AI models, but it must be a guy like me. I mean, look how much more information you always get for a simple question, right? Germans would just say, hey, just give me the answer, man. they don't want to hear more. You have a question, you need the answer. That's all I want. You know, that's not saying it's good or bad. It's just, you know, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. It really depends a little bit. German language is rough sometimes, and I don't think it's a good thing in general. But it's also not a good thing to be fake, you know. So there must be something in between. I hate when people are fake. Artificial niceness is also just, I perceive that as being insulting. But being super rough, like, oh, give me the answer. You know, it's also like, what the fuck is your problem, you know? You stupid little fucker. So, yeah, whatever. Perceiving. Perceiving. Now he did the splitting again. He wants to help me, but this makes it even harder for me. He does it like that, the program. When I say he, because he sounds like a he, and also in the German, their computer is a male. Makes sense. That makes sense. That's the only article that a computer is a male. I can see that. Everybody does, I think. So that's how it does. But it doesn't work for me. That's the splitting here in this case. Perceive. See, I cannot even perceive. But perceive, nonsense. Perceive. Is it perceive? No, I'm confused. Maybe my pronunciation is wrong in this case. When I say people perceive, is it perceive or is it perceive?
Good question. The correct pronunciation is perceive, with the emphasis on the second syllable. So it's perceive, not perceive.
So when I say perceive, it sounds to me like there is an R next to the P, but it's written like with the PE, right?
Exactly. That's a really common thing. The R sound just kind of blends in naturally, even though it's not written there.
Okay. I just want to make sure. Thank you. Okay, good. Then it's perceive. I see now. So yes, I'm gonna practice this one. Just let me just copy that before it's gone again. Perceive. Maybe like so. That would be a good split for me. It would be like for practicing see. Like so, right? Let's try that one. Perceive. And it's wrong, obviously. I didn't expect that I would be mastering it already. I see there's another E. Perceive. Wait, let me see. Perceive. Perceive. I don't perceive. Okay, it looks like an I. This is a German I. You know, that's an egg. You say egg. We say I. This is a German I. I think Germans are also Polish people. Polish people say, I know that, but it's funny. It sounds very Japanese. There's one word in the Polish which sounds extremely Japanese, and that is the egg word. We say in Polish to egg, we say jajko. It sounds so Japanese, you know. Jajko. No. Okay. Jajko, proszę bardzo. Chcesz? Nie, dziękuję. Kurwa. Nie jestem głodny. Kurwa, jedz. Let's move on. Yes, it's true. People consider and perceive one time. Perceive second time. Perceive. I really felt like I screwed it up. Yes, it's true. People consider and perceive the German language Shit. No, I can do that. So language as harsh and rough, which it is. Now I have to check this because this is the stupid word which always reoccurs, and I'm never sure if I write the Witcher or the Witch, you know. No, never really. Can you please quickly just show me the difference between the Witcher, like the word witch, and the difference between how to write? Just very shortly, give me a one sentence example for the Witcher or the witch, like the Hexe, the German Hexe, and a normal sentence in which the English word in which the witch is explained. The word witch in which the witch.
Absolutely. So, for example, a sentence with witch would be something like, the witch cast a spell over the village. And a sentence with witch would be, the book, which I bought yesterday, is really interesting. So it's all about that sound and how it's used in context.
Exactly. But I don't see the written thing here. Okay, just give me both sentences again.
Of course. So, for example, you could say, people perceive a language as harder depending on their background. Or you could say, how we perceive a new language often depends on its complexity or our previous experience.
No, I mean, give me the two sentences: the Witcher, the book, the witch, the Hexe, and the witch in which the book is better.
I see what you mean. So, for example, you could say, the witch, the one who cast the spell, appeared at midnight. And then, in which the book is set, a mysterious forest surrounds the village. Does that match what you were thinking of?
Yes, thank you.
Great. I'm glad that worked. If you need any more examples...
Okay, I had to repeat it because I couldn't see the text. So that's why I repeat. Okay. The witch with the T, and the other thing is without the T. I just want to make this sure. See, I'll keep writing the witch. Yeah, I keep writing the witch. But what is without? This is the white. With the stupid H. Schwede. Yeah. Which. Yeah. Yes, it's true. People consider and perceive the German language as harsh and rough, which is, well, it's true. It's true. True. Which is true. But depending on the region in German, depending on the region in Germany, it can sound smoother or harsher. But overall, that's right. That is right. So next thing is what he was saying. What was about that difficult? Yeah, that's where I disagree. Not because I want to have a fight with him or something. It's just this is really what I truly believe. It's I like to agree with people, but I really had also to learn to say what I have to say, you know. And I really disagree. Many people say that learning German is difficult, but it's not. I went through why. It is depending on where you start. It is depending on if you have to do some tests. But I'm talking about the acquiring the verbal language is actually not harder. Okay, but how the heck do I communicate without writing him a letter? Yeah, people say that's true. Yes, people say that often. Learning German is very difficult. I do not agree. I do not agree with I got confused now. Jeez. Here you go. I do not agree with this statement. Let me see. Statement. This is correct. State and then meant. What did I do wrong? ST meant with this one here. And that was weird. State. Okay, yeah, break is a break. But I kind of think about this while I'm looking away. Yeah, I do not agree with the statement. Period. It's not that I even slightly disagree. I think this is just wrong. But there is a truth to that. It's not. Yeah. It's really it's in detail, you know. But okay, I really don't really agree with that. I think learning a language. Watch the other thing. The I'm gonna link this video. It's over there. I give you more reasons or better reasons why I think this is not true. But there are reasons why sometimes languages are more difficult. But I talked about this today. I do not agree with the statement statement one time. Statement. Okay, again. Statement one time. Statement second time. Statement third time. I do not agree as a general I do not agree with the statement as a general as a general what as a general statement. I cannot think of a better word around statement. I do not agree. I know I repeat myself. It's not something, but right now I cannot think of any better. I do not agree with this statement as a general statement. I believe I strongly believe. I can do that. I think I believe that it is about. I strongly believe that that learning any language is learning any language, verbal at least, any verbal, okay, verbal one time, any verbal, come on, verbal one time, verbal second time, verbal. I strongly believe that learning any verbal language can be learned easy. No, maybe not easily. I'm not saying that's easy. Can be learned by simply actively using the language in practice. By that I mean, for example, for instance, by that I mean, no. By that I mean talking and listening can be picked up but picking, right, can be picked up by speaking, by that I mean speaking and listening, by that I mean speaking and listening can be picked up. What did I write here? I do not agree with the statement as a general statement. I strongly believe that learning any verbal language can be learned by simply actively using the language in practice. By that I mean speaking and listening can be picked up by simply exposing yourself to the language, I wonder what how AI is going to be able to help me with that. Language, posing yourself to the language. It's about time. And active, yeah. In short, let me see. I do not agree with the statement in general. I strongly believe that learning any language, any verbal language can be learned by simply actively using the language in practice. It's not a strong case I make here right now. I am not expressing that well, but keep in mind this is also still a practice for me, and I already exhausted myself a little bit in the other video. I might not explain it very well here right now, but I wonder how AI can help me with that and see if this makes sense when I correct that. Language. By that I mean speaking and listening can be picked up by simply exposing yourself to the language for long enough. However, not to say it's easy. The starting position, what, in my opinion, it is the starting position. Come on, position. In my opinion, it's the starting position, which will determine Yeah. Determine. Dieter. Dieter, he can help me. He died, Dieter. A good friend. But he can help me in this case. It's almost like you. It's written like you almost. It's a little bit different. Deter, but I can in the English way if I use that. Determined. Let's try that. Determined. See, Dieter, that's for you. Thank you. Determined. Determined. However, not to say it is easy, in my opinion. It is, in my opinion, it is the starting position which will determine how difficult your language journey. Let's see if I can write journey. Hey man, Lucas. Yes, I know. It's crazy. Difficult your language journey. However, not to say it is easy. In my opinion, it is the starting position which will determine how difficult your language journey is going to be. I mean for you learning German or English will be, well, I can make this case for sure, because that's something I can definitely say. I mean, for example, for learning English for you will be harder than learning English for me, because the Germans and English language share the alphabet. I didn't expect that. It would be right, alphabet. Alpha, I probably good at this because, yeah, okay. Because I think I saw that. That's interesting for me, but if I go into that too much right now, interesting to know, alphabet. English and German language share the alphabet. So that would make, I mean, for example, learning the English language, learning English for me will be, for example, learning English for you will be harder than learning English for me, because the Germans and because the Germans, no, because German, yeah, because German and English, because the German and English language, the German and English language share the alphabet. Makes it, that's easier. So this makes it easier. For example, one, I'm not saying it is, one could say that learning English for you will be harder than learning English for me, because the German and English language share the alphabet. That's just one example. That's just one example of why I think the starting position matters. Yeah. Yeah, this is also a stupid thing to me. This stupid symbol. Why not just like right? No, I don't really. Why not just like that? Why not like that? For what's the stupid thing here? There is a reason for that. I'm sure everything is based on there was a logic, and there might be a hidden logic. Maybe there's some words which will change meaning without that. I think it's probably that. I don't not know an example for that, but I could imagine some words when you don't do that, the one letter changes maybe the whole structure of the word, and for that reason, but it's still annoying. That's just one example of why I think the starting position matters. So, not to say, but so but learning any languages is difficult. It's usually and also but keep in mind I am talking about the spoken language, just not spoken languages. The governmental let's see, governmental, there's an N, what's that good for? Governmental oh, come on, this is a long government. Yeah, I can hear actually a little bit government, but what do I do right wrong here? Government. Alter, was für ein dummes Wort, ey. Government. Hat er immer einen Schluck auf oder was? Immer lächerlich. Government. I think they were drunk back then. Government. Government. That's how you write that, yeah. Government. One time. Governmental. Yeah, I don't know how to write that, but let's see if this is the 3 times at least correct. Yeah, it's correct. Governmental. Governmental. Alter Schwede, ey. Governmental. It's governmental, Lucas. It's not governmental. It's governmental. Governmental. One more time. Governmental. Fuck your word, eh? Governmental. One time. Rule is a rule. Governmental. Jesus Christ, eh? Really? What an asshole word, eh? Governmental. One time. Governmental. Wait, I'm still fixing it. I'm still okay, let's start again. Governmental. First time. Governmental. Second time. Governmental. Third time. Bullshit word, eh? The people. This is where the people in the English language they say they have fucked it up. Who are they? Here. This is they are they. They also fucked the word up. Governmental. Yeah. Governmental. Where am I? Keep in mind that I'm talking about the spoken language. The governmental tests for learning for the governmental tests which foreigners, I don't know how to write foreigners. Foreigners. I have no idea how to write that shit. So foreigners, let's see. How do I write foreigners? Like in terms of foreigners have to come to Germany and to do a German test.
Ah, sure. The word you're looking for is foreigners. So you could say something like, foreigners have to come to Germany to take a German language test.
Ah, yeah, to take, yeah, not to do, to take. See, so foreigners. So there's an I again. Okay, that's helpful. Foreigners. Foreigners. Sounds like engineers. Jeez, what the word, eh? I can do that. Awful. How the heck do I remember that shit? This is a tough one, actually. This is really tough because it's so weird to remember that. Just pronunciation. I'm not talking about the foreigners, you know, just in case. Foreigners. Okay, let's foreigners. Maybe I can write engineers in a similar way. Foreigners. No, I have. Oh, what a bullshit word at the end, eh? Foreigners. 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 Jesus Christ. Foreigners. It's so hard to remember. Nurse I can do maybe. Let's try nurse. Okay. And then what else? Foreigners. Let's try this again. It's just one of the words. I'm not thinking. I just try to practice the pattern of it. That's it. Let's try to don't waste time in thinking. Splitting it fine, but no thinking here. Foreigners. Well, first time. Foreigners. Second time. Foreigners. Foreigners. Yeah, okay, I did this. I'm glad. Difficult word. So, keep in mind, I'm talking about the spoken language. The governmental tests which foreigners have to take, not to do, have to take, are extremely difficult. Wait, I can do that. Difficult. I don't like them. I don't like that. But so yeah. However, not to say it is easy. In my opinion, it is the starting position which will determine how difficult a language journey is. Which will determine how difficult your language journey is going to be. I think. Let me read it again. However, not to say it's easy. In my opinion, in German we say in meiner bescheidenen, we don't say opinion, Meinung. I forgot the word. In meiner bescheidenen Meinung würde ich behaupten, dass die deutsche Sprache, so wohlgeformt sie auch sein möge, in einer Art und Weise daherkommt, die einer erstmal in sich vereinen muss, um herauszufinden, wohin die Reise und that's only for the Germans. So let's see. In my opinion, it is the starting position which will determine how difficult your language journey is going to be. I mean, for example, one could say that learning English for you will be harder than learning English for me because the German and English language share the alphabet. That is one Augenblick. Augen is the German word for eyes. So one thing I'm not going to do today, I'm not going to copy that down. So I will, when we are done with the session, because it was already a lot of time, and it's very hard. So enough practice. I don't have to copy that down today. It's just too much. That would be just too much. Eventually, I will just see what AI uses and modify the AI and copy a part of the AI response to have a little bit more. I don't want to. Whatever. So let's see. This is the last sentence. That is just one example of I forgot how to write why I think the starting position matters. Keep in mind, I'm talking about the spoken language and not the governmental tests which foreigners not the governmental tests which foreigners have to take who wanna work in Germany. Those tests are extremely difficult. So, but that's also very, there's I have much more to say about language, but that is just a tiny opinion I share with you. You allowed to disagree. Agree. No, I cannot disagree. I see. Okay, disagree. Come on, disagree. Fuck your word, really. I'm getting tired now, that's why. Disagree. What the fuck is wrong again, There's no R. Okay, it's just disagree. There should be an R. Disagree. There's an R actually here. Disagree. I think it should be disagree. Disagree, no? That sounds a little bit like Hitler, yeah. I mean, what? Okay. You all allow, again, disagree. I got Hitler distracted me right now. You allow to disagree. So, you're allowed to disagree, obviously. So, okay, so, also, but I think, but it's gonna be, no matter what I say, but again, it's not gonna be easy, but I think I said that already, right? Yeah. Okay, that was the one thing about the, now it's gonna be tough. Streamlit workflow in reality I've become, yeah, I think it's great. I think also about the, about you are being, no, wait, I've learned that being a programmer who uses vibe coding is this correct? About the other topic, the other, come on, the other topic, you are being a programmer who uses vibe coding and real, stupid mouse cursor, realizes, I'm getting tired because that's why I get frustrated a little bit, coding and realizes, come on, realizes, I can't do it anymore. Neither do I have the patience, but I want to get this done now. Realize, let me just see that. Real is realizes first time, realizes second time, realizes, no, you know what, fuck it, I know this is the rule, but it's how long do I record here already? Over an hour. This is the limit of my capabilities, so I'm gonna be easy. I'm gonna use the fun rule now. The fun rule overrules everything. It's getting too tired, it's getting too hard. I'm gonna try this one more time. Like realizes, yeah, okay, I'm not gonna do this again. This is just, I gotta protect my, you know, the rule, the major rule is the 3 times in a row, no matter what, sure, but there is one major rule, I covered that in the first 2 parts, I think. Fun is very important, meaning you need to enjoy that. And I am already above my language, my capabilities of learning for today. So the input will be disregarded. It's the same thing when you over-exercise your muscle. So I'm gonna use the fun to give myself a little break. It doesn't work otherwise. Even if I force myself, it's not gonna stick better for that reason. So and it's also motivation-wise important to keep yourself motivated. Discipline is important. I use it. But there's also, you gotta take care of your body, and you know, the learning is also a body reaction, so it's also important. The other topic, you are being a programmer who uses vibe coding and realizes that, what did it say? That you think, realizes that you think you got lazy. How do I write lazy? Lazy. I mean, this is a short one. We can do that. Lazy. Lazy. No, lazy. And you got lazy. I don't think so. I don't. I think this is this is super interesting. I think it's interesting, but if I write it, I think it's super interesting. This is the English way of saying I don't really give a fuck. That's not true though. I want him to talk a little bit more about that, because I think this is interesting for me, because he's a programmer. I want to know about what programmers think about those things, because I see often videos where they kind of complain, which I understand. Programmer, when you are getting older, the older you are, the harder it is. But I think I mean, you know that, right? I mean, you guys are not stupid at all. You might be frustrated, but you gotta, if you allow me to say something about this, get over that shit. Use it. Don't fight that, because you're wasting time. You're frustrated and you're fighting it. On top of that, it's too much. You have to learn that shit. You know that. So you're holding yourself back. You can complain about that between colleagues, other people who think similar. That's a good thing to release the frustration, but deal with that shit. You know it's gonna come. I know you think it's stupid, and sometimes it is, maybe, but it's gonna get more in this direction. That it's definitely gonna come. I mean, again, I'm a rounder. My advantage is I can put my head into other people's workflow and stuff like this, but I do not know the details. But I see them very often, that when a programmer has to check code which is looking inferior to his own code and sees AI creates bullshit and he has to fix it, of course he's going to be annoyed about that, because he knows that this is not what he learned, you know. But it's over. You just do it. Just try to get really good at teaching AI how to, better the code, and maybe you will find the benefit from yourself. Especially when you're younger, that's more important. When you're older, the same thing. Just But yeah, it sucks. Of course, it sucks. It's you have to reprogram yourself. Some bullshit is going on. It's changing too fast. It's not nice. So I think you have to use those tools. You have to use those tools. I think you have to use those tools. You have to use those tools which not working perfectly yet, but it is the future. I mean, it's a little bit lazy saying it. I'm aware of that. It's a future, but I'm reaching here my limits as well. When you say this is the future, just here, it's a little bit more than that. Sure, I'll give you that. I think you have to use those tools which are not working perfectly yet, but let's say, but AI will get better and better. That's for sure. That's for sure, if you like it or not. So you're not lazy. You're not lazy. I really don't think he's lazy. In my opinion. I think you using the tools to complete using the tools to complete your task as fast and efficient with a fish. You use the fish efficient. I have no idea the fucking word. Efficient. It's like the German actually, I think. doesn't help me. I suck in both languages. It's just a weakness. But what I want to say, because I'm at this here anyways, I'm good at figuring out how I can teach myself and people like me. I have learning difficulties, and I think the difficulty comes from the way. There is a way to reach people like me, but the regular way, the school way, is not good. It's just not good. And I got late in my life better and better in understanding how I can learn. So I'm this one. I'm not for everybody. There are many people learning different ways, but people like me, for sure. Or kids also, because kids, I'm like a kid. I'm very distracted. I'm very impressed by people. I'm very scared. I'm constantly scared about everything because I perceive everything. Everything just. But it's not to say that I'm. I take it. I handle it. But this is my nature, and I cannot deny what I feel. But It doesn't mean I'm weak. You don't be confused. Being scared doesn't mean you're weak. It just means you process too much input at the same time. It doesn't make you a special. It's also not making you super intelligent. You may be intelligent, but whenever I get scared, I get dumb. Makes sense, right? But it is not a bad thing. It's just a different way of thinking. So it's a place for people like me. I know. It's not the mental institute. You asshole. Although with the mental institution with the cartoonish one, I would jump into that, where the whole walls are like soft walls where you can just jump everywhere. Sure, I would move in. If that would be the thing, but they are horrible. Have you seen? Check out some mental institution documentary on YouTube between 1917 if you want to see real horror shit. Look at that shit. You're not lazy, in my opinion. I think you're using the tools to complete your task as fast as efficient. No, bullshit word, eh? The sounding word is good, though. I like the sound of it. Efficient. Scheiße. Hey. Effizient. Okay, if it's the same word anyways. Efficient. Efficient. 3 times. I think you're using the tools to complete your task as fast as efficient and more than efficient. I think you're using the tools to complete your task as fast as efficient, but it's not just that. Let me think. It's not lazy, in my opinion. It's not lazy, in my opinion. I think you're using the tools. You're using those AI tools to complete your task as fast as efficient, which might not be always working out that way, which might not be always, I don't know, it might not efficient. It's not always faster or more efficient. Fuck your word. One time again. I'm gonna use the fun rule because I'm getting so tired of that shit right now. Efficient. Alter Schwede. Efficient. Okay, let's try that. Efficient. Yeah, it's just efficient. Efficient. Okay, efficient. Efficient. It's not always faster or more efficient. Right now, AI is not always faster or more efficient, but you can see probably or you can see already I can already the potential, I see, potential, one more time, potential, but you can already see the potential in that. Keep in mind, I'm talking about the spoken language, not the governmental tests, which are tests which foreigners have to take who wanna work in Germany. Those tests are extremely difficult, and for no the reason is absurd. Because, you know, sure, if you want to become a German teacher working at a school, you know, then it should be a little bit harder than when you want to work in German and be a cashier or something, you know. But it's crazy how you're not just learning the German language. You also have to, in those tests, you have to explain some rules sometimes. You have to understand the rules. So you're learning the language and the rules, which is so unnatural and so unnecessary for most jobs. You don't need to understand the rules. Like native speaker often don't understand the rules, you know, they just use it naturally. Doesn't count for important jobs. I think if you are becoming a doctor, it's very crucial that you have to have a great, you need to have a great German, so that you not miss communication to your patient something, which is weird because that for some reason is not very often the case here in Germany. You know, there's a lack of doctors, I get that, but that's, you know, it's so weird that on the one hand, doctors you encounter sometimes don't really speak well German sometimes. Not complaining about that, I think it's good that they are there, don't get me wrong about this. But at the same time, foreigners have to learn for just regular jobs very hard, those tests, which waste their time, you know. It's just incredible. Seeing that is very frustrating to me, just to see that, because it's stupid. I hate that. It's a waste of time. It should be reorganized, the whole structure, but whatever. That's you're not lazy, in my opinion. I think you're using those AI tools to complete your task as fast as and efficient as you can, with Jesus, Alter. with you're not lazy, in my opinion. I think you're using these you're using those AI tools to complete your tasks as fast and efficient as you can with all the tools to your disposal. I don't think this is correct. Yeah. Disposal. Disposal. To your disposal right now. AI and comma. Ah, Jesus, no, fucking hell, I mispressed, you stupid little fucker. AI. I didn't meant to send that right now. Stop replying. Stop. Shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear that. I just mispressed. Yeah. Wait, here. Let's start a new tab. Yeah. Okay. So, you're not lazy, in my opinion. I think you're using those AI tools to complete your tasks as fast and efficient as you can with all the tools to your disposal. And right now, AI is not always faster or more efficient, but you can see already the potential in that. So it's good for you. So I think and you learning and you also learn a new tool, which, this is such a stupid word, which is important, which is important for your future. Oh man, future. Ah, fuck it, future. What am I? Alter Schwede, future. Here we go. So, which is important for the future. So keep it up. Keep it up. About about AI. I don't like there's about AI. There is so much more to say. Also, I am also say but since this is already a long comment, I'm going long reply. I'm going to stop now, but it's already. I am going to stop now. So okay, that's a long thing, huh? Look at that shit. This is actually a royal book. I didn't meant to, but this is a very interesting thing. I think this is overall. I think this is very, very cool. Thank you. Yeah. Also, let me. But another thing is I would like to know. I would like to know. Did you already started your German learning journey? Fuck you. Journey. Yeah, let's just. What did I? Journey. Okay. Let me try that only one time. Now it's already done. Journey. See how difficult that is for me, especially when the concentration is gone. So I'm now gonna stop forcing my brain. Or I'm gonna, no, I don't wanna say I hate that actually. I stop forcing myself, not my brain. This is the habit of English way sometimes, you know. Journey. Okay, I did the one, it's enough, it's really enough. Another thing is I would like to know, did you already started your German learning journey? Can you understand basic and can you understand 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 basic German already. Good. Let's see what we got here so far. Please, for the AI now, please correct my English and make it sound more natural, yeah. Natural, but keep my style. Now, let's see what AI is. Okay, option 1. Fucking options always A. Okay, let's see. Hey, Don Sovis, thank you for the comment. I wanted to use, you know what, I have to go to the toilet anyways. I'm gonna pause the video. Okay, let's finish that one. Let's read. So, hey, Don Sovis, I was thinking about the party. Thank you for the comment. I wanted to use my new format where I blah 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 to reply to you. First off, you don't need to watch all those videos. Just watch what interests you. Now, while I was recording a video specifically to reply to your comment, I got so distracted by the topics you brought up, language and AI, that I ended up talking about them so much. I've actually renamed this particular video now. It's an AI language learning reaction video / podcast. I think that could be also almost a title. So there are now 2 videos related to your comment. It just happened like that. Reading your point on German. Reading your point on learning German, I think it's great that you want to learn a language you consider beautiful like German. I hope that guy is coming more. It's true that many people receive German as harsh and rough, which is partially accurate. Okay, yeah, I would say so. But depending on the region in Germany, it can sound much smoother or harsher. Yeah, that's okay. That's exactly what I was writing. See, this is how you pretend to. This is actually what I meant here. Of course, I meant that. Yeah, it's smoother to read. You see, this is why AI is good. It's not bad. It just helps you to make things clearer. Like we always did that. First we had, when we started to write things with our hands down on paper, imagine how hard it was and still is to some people. My mom is still capable, until this point in time, she can still decipher whatever doctor is scribbling onto anything. To me, it's just a scribble, but she is still trained in that. She is coming from a time where people actually wrote more with their hands, you know, and that was horrible. Oh, it was horrible. Well, you don't want to see that shit again. You don't want to read a book with the handwritten stuff. You want to have proper fonts, right? And that is technology. And now you have another technology which can just make the whole sentence structure better readable. It still conveys the same meaning. It's just better structured. That's not. People are sometimes pissing me off by just being this either or opinion, and it's just so boring. I don't think everybody is like that, but the YouTube videos, not people maybe, but the YouTube videos, just either or. It's either the dramatic, overblown thumbnails or the praising it's gonna be better. I mean, what the fuck is in between videos? Like, hey, yeah, that sucks, but here, this is not so bad, you know. Heise is doing that pretty good in the German, those videos. They keep it objectively, you know. That's very important. This ear order, especially those overblown thumbnails, which it's gonna be, you know, we lose the money, you know, everything gets more expensive. Sure, yeah, it does. Yeah, it'll probably will. But it's gonna be not forever like that, you know. And the benefits we will get, they're also occurring. Benefits in helping people with sicknesses, you know. AI has a lot of potential in those areas where it can understand context so fast. I think that's why it can be, humans can miss so many little tiny errors. You can see that how AI is able to fix some mistakes in terms of security, some security errors, right? Not to say that they make everything better. It's just they are good in understanding context better than humans, which is crazy. And for that reason, they are good in analyzing maybe a bacteria behavior better than a human can observe, and they don't necessarily, although they have, I think AI has this within it a little bit. I think depending on its programming, it is influenced by some kind of guideline, right? But it doesn't have the guide. It's not gonna be married to ideas. If it realizes there's a mistake happening, it just corrects itself. It's not gonna be like, I liked it so much. It's not proud. It doesn't need to be proud. It can act like being proud, but it doesn't need to be. And so it just puts those feelings aside and can focus on the task and adjust in real time to new information. Humans struggle with that. I do struggle with that. If I get something I believed strongly in, realizing that this might not be true, there is a piece of me which rejects that because this isn't, it's not the part. It's my ego is in the way. AI doesn't have that. So those are the benefits. Microsoft and co, those things are, they just stupid fucking companies, Anyway, so reading your point on German, on learning German, I think it's great, and it's great that you want to learn the language you consider beautiful, like German. It's true that many people perceive German as harsh or rough, which is partially accurate, but depending on the region in Germany, it can sound much smoother or harsher. Overall, you're right. People often say overall tough. You're right, yeah. People often say learning German is very difficult, and I don't agree with that as a general statement. That's was the tricky part of me. Overall, but here, people often say learning German is very difficult, and I don't agree with that as a general statement. I strongly believe that any verbal language can be learned simply by actively using it in practice. By that I mean speaking and listening skills can be picked up just by exposing yourself to the language. However, I wouldn't say it's easy, in my opinion. Your starting point is what will determine how difficult your language journey becomes. For example, someone learning English might find it harder than For example, someone learning English might find it harder than me because German. That's bullshit here. I don't like that at all. For example, someone learning English might find it harder than me because Germans. I see why AI does this, because I forgot to tell AI. AI doesn't know that this guy is from Russia. So this statement is because he's from Russia. They have a different alphabet. So for him would be naturally harder. One of the things which made easy more approachable from my position, and in which it makes it easier for me to learn, or made it easier for me to learn, is I didn't have to learn the whole alphabet on top of that, like you would, for example, in Japanese, where you have to learn hiragana, katakana, and also kanjis to a certain degree. But I didn't have to do that. I didn't have to do that in the English language. So I could already start kind of reading it. It was still different. The pronunciation is still different, but the written word, at least I'm it's familiar. That is a great starting point. A guy from Russia has to learn that on top. They has to learn those new symbols, those letters, and then make a concept for that in your brain. And then this makes it like harder. It's objectively harder. I guess, yeah. But anyway, so I'm gonna change it. I think might be, yeah. For example, someone learning English might find it harder than me because German and English share the alphabet. That's just one example of why I think the starting position matters. It's weird. I feel with matters. To me, it's sometimes I hear matters. It sounds softer, like almost there's an H or something, but there isn't. It's a very tough, like TT sound here. Double tits. Keep in mind, yeah, whatever. Yeah. Keep in mind, I'm talking about spoken language, not the official governmental tests foreign I have to take to work in Germany. Those are extremely difficult. I don't like that part. I have much more to say about language, but this is just a small opinion I wanted to share. Feel free to disagree. No, I hate this. Yes, he can disagree. Sure, you should be, if you have a different, I want to hear your opinion, I want to hear your opinion. I would like that you say, hey, I agree with Lucas. You must be a fantastic intellectual guy. You are the only person. You should lead humanity into a better age. I would like to hear that. It's very unlikely, but I want to hear your opinion. And if your opinion is different, then yeah, give it to me. Then I might, I have Martin, a friend of mine. He's very intelligent. He often makes me, I'm very confident in something, and I talk with Martin and I always think like, he has a point. But more often also I have my points too. So I'm not, I get stronger in what I'm good at. But Martin still, he's a very intelligent all-rounder. He can just adjust to your conversation level, and then he brings up his points, and he does it in a way which is so calm. It's not, you don't, I'm more emotional connected, I start to pick fights, but I learned also to be more relaxed about that. But he's like natively very relaxed on topics, and you can get, emotional connected. He will still be responding very calm, and that's a great powerful tool he possesses, and something I'm just gonna observe. I'm good in observing, and that's that. I take that. It's a good tool. I'm gonna observe this tool. I'm gonna make a copy of that so that I can be calm. Because being calm in a conversation with someone is a very powerful tool. It also will help you to. I think one of the reasons why I talk so fast is because I always feel like people don't want to listen. And when you wrap it up, you tell them basically that, it's not worth listening to. So when you slow down and being more calm, that means you're not impressed by anyone. You just say whatever you say in a very calm, not over, emotional way. And that makes people sometimes listen. But sometimes you just also sound more boring than you saw, it's gotta be careful with that. Right now, let's move on. Right now, AI might not always be faster or more efficient, but you can already see its potential. Plus, you are learning a new tool which is important for your future. So keep doing it. There is so much more I could say about AI, but since this reply is getting long, I'm going to stop here. One last thing: have you started learning? Have you started your German language journey yet? And can you understand basic German already? Yeah. So I'm gonna reply to this with this one here. He knows that I do that, I always make it clear. I wouldn't just let AI reply to you. I wouldn't just generate that. I think that's not, I think this is not you should put, if either you reply or you don't. Just letting AI reply to the comments is just some bullshit. Where does this start and how does it end, I probably At some point, YouTube will become like that. You just tell AI, hey, I just saw a video. I didn't think it's funny. Can you write in the video, it's not so funny? And then the AI will say, yeah, sure, buddy, I do that. You know, I'm gonna write a comment here. And then the AI will make it sound better. Hey, I just saw your video. I was very impressed with what you did in the video. However, I wanna like to point out some things which disturbed me slightly. But I make, you know, it's gonna be yeah. And then you have AI body type. This is how we communicate in the future. What did he say? Well, he kind of disagreed with you, buddy. What does it mean? He thinks a little bit different. Is this good? That's okay. You can move on playing Halo 10. Okay. Good. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna copy that, and then I'm just maybe modifying that with he's coming from Russia. That's about it. So that was a long journey. For me, it was fun though. I like it. No one is watching. What the fuck? But okay. I mean, I say it because, you know, I make fun of it. That helps me. But I enjoy myself and I get better. I do this since Easter, and 2026. And look, today I could write so much. Not every day is like that, but today was a great day for writing. I can see how it's. I don't like using superlatives, like super, you know, fancy words. Shockingly, it's not shockingly, but it's. Well, I guess I found a way to get better at better at writing. I think that's what happened. I didn't expect that it would be a thing for me. I certainly didn't expect that I would enjoy that, but I do, and that is good. Going now. So something like that I will send him. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.